The Luftwaffe bombers with level bombing ability in L2 as of May 2020 are the Heinkel 111 and the Junkers 88. The big difference with them is that when you're level bombing there's an automatic option you should use. This will continually update your bomb drop point based on your input. This is the bomb site you'll see when level bombing with the Luftwaffe, and will isolate the different components. These are your instruments, so these are directly translated from the cockpit, so you know exactly what heading, airspeed and altitude you are. This is the wind tab, so from the mission if you click on this it'll expand and you'll see the wind data. Then once you calculate the wind correction angle along with the wind speed, you'll input it into these two dials here. This is obviously the viewing window which you look through and aim to drop the bombs, and along the bottom there is a steering control, so if you need to adjust your course left or right you're able to do that using this. These are the viewing controls. You've got three modes: view, manual and auto. View mode will change the bomb sight angle up and down, and it will move it left or right using the view controls. Manual mode, don't even worry about using that, because auto mode is what you want to use. This is going to automatically calculate your drop point based on your input of speed, altitude, wind, and where you've placed the bomb crosshair using the view control. So up top we input our height above the target, which we get by taking our altitude and subtracting the altitude of the target, and below that we'll put in airspeed in kilometers per hour. Under the bombing controls, you'll see a don't drop bombs light. This is going to light up if you've used a altitude that's too high, or if your course isn't stable, or if you don't have bombs or something like that. The auto drop button will light up green when you've got it selected to the on position, and this is what you want to have so the bombs will release automatically. You can also open the bomb bay doors from here using that control or the N key, as well as controlling the bomb interval in seconds and the bomb select, determining how many bombs you're going to drop all at one time. And if you're choosing to run in manual mode, then that drop button will drop all the bombs based on those conditions. Right, so we're on a Heinkel 111, and what we set up here is having our atmosphere at 1.2 for our power setting, and our RPM around 2,200, 2,300, and this should give us around 300 kilometers per hour indicated. So in the bomb sight, we can switch to the automatic mode, and if we're adjusting the viewing angle, we can increase it to look further in front of us. So as long as you're holding your mouse down on the control and moving it back and forth, you can adjust it. But as soon as I let it go, it's going to revert back to this position because I don't have any data input. So up in front of us, there's this town, and I'll put some targets on the southeastern corner. So here's the airspeed, 300 kilometers per hour. So we just put that in. My altitude is 4,500 meters. And since the target elevation is 0, I can just put in 4.5 on that gauge. Here's the wind data showing, basically 10 meters per second from the south. So my current heading is 260, and if I subtract 180 from that, we get an 80 degrees to the left. So I'd click on 080 there on the left. This is set the wind, but also need to add the strength of the wind, and that was going to be around 10 meters per second. And we can see the bomb sight start shifting based on that data. And now that I start adjusting the view angle, so I bring it up, and when I release it, it's not going to revert because I have all my data input. And over there, that's the town that I'm going to be aiming at. So I can use the steering control and bring my airplane on a correct course approximately for that area. And then as we get closer, we get a better idea of where the target is, and we can line up and fine tune our course a little bit better. But I wouldn't expect to be perfectly lined up this far out, so as long as you're in the general direction, that's fine. And then you can use the time on the way to the target to go to the gunner positions and maybe look for enemy fighters or something like that. Now that I'm about where I'm going to be, I'm going to start setting up my bombs. So I'm going to go for an interval of half a second, and I'm going to drop all of them at once because I just want to destroy the whole target and then go away. I'm also using the automatic function, so I'll select the automatic bomb drop. And now that I've changed my course, I need to adjust my wind correction angle only by about 10 degrees. So because I'm using this automatic system with the automatic bomb drop, it's important that I'm always making small adjustments as needed to try and keep the crosshair on the target. because the bomb drop is based on where the crosshair is. It's calculating the correct seconds to start dropping those bombs. So I'm going to make small adjustments in my viewing angle and course, try and line up along the sequence of factory buildings here. You can always lead the target a little bit if you wanted to reduce the workload, but as you get closer you have to readjust the viewing angle to put the crosshair on the beginning of where you want those bombs to start hitting. Alright, so now that I'm starting to get a little bit closer to the target, it's going to be time to open the bomb bay doors. So we can go over to that control there. You can either press the N key and that'll open it, or you can just click the switch and that'll open it manually as well. Now you'll know when the bombs are automatically going to drop because the black triangle on your bomb sight is going to line up with the base of this other instrument here. So when these 2 points line up, this is where the bombs are going to be released, so it's important to have your crosshair on target before they come together, otherwise your bombs won't be accurate. Okay, so that looks fine. They're joining together now, so the bombs are going to start dropping. And I had 8 250 kilo bombs, and here we can see those get released. Now back in the bomb sight view, we can watch the bombs impact after a few seconds, and we'll get those bomb bay doors closed as well. Now you'll notice that because we're still in auto mode, the crosshair is going to stay in position, and that's what lets us see the target. So as the triangle crosses the 0 degree viewing angle, this means we're actually flying past the target. We're now looking behind us. Here we'll see the bombs impact in a moment. Now we can see the target's been destroyed. So if you enjoyed this video, remember to become a subscriber, and if you wanted to see some work in progress stuff or early access to these videos, you can check out my Patreon, and also have a Discord if you wanted to be involved in that. Until next time, remember to fly safe and check your 6.